Hello everyone, it's been a while. Welcome to another Doctor Who collection update. A lot of weird shit has happened recently, hasn't there, with the lockdown and everything, but I just want to start off this video by saying that I hope you're all well and, as always, stay safe. So in this video I'm going to show you all the merchandise, what I've got since my last update, so it's varied from over February, March and April. So without further ado, I'm now going to show you the items what I've got which relate to Doctor Who, and there's quite a bit to get through, so let's waste no more time. First off, I got some DVDs. We're starting off with some DVDs, and we're starting on a little bit of a sour note with this right here, the Endora Menace. Now I will be reviewing these DVDs, so stay tuned for those, hopefully in the coming weeks. Yeah, the Endora Menace, to be honest, the other reason I got this was due to completion reasons. I could have got this a few years ago when it first came out on DVD, which I believe was in 2015. It was in 2015. I could have got it then, but I thought, nah, and I've heard like really bad things about it in terms of the DVD release and the story itself. But rest assured, I will be talking more about this in an upcoming video, so feast your eyes on that when you see it come up on your notifications. Well, that's not all, because recently there's been another big DVD release, and it may not come as a surprise. It is of the Faceless ones, which again I will be doing a review of, so feast your eyes on that when you see that as well. Yes, Faceless ones came out a few weeks ago. I got it in the week when it came out, so here's an official confirmation. I now have this, and I've watched the animation, so yeah, I'm not going to say too much because I'm going to save that for my review of this DVD release. So that is the Faceless ones, and that is all the DVDs for this video. Now the rest of this video I'm going to show you all of, you guessed it, Big Finish merchandise what I got. And I've been really busy. When I said that I want to grow my collection, I really mean it, especially now in all this lockdown business with COVID-19. So we're going to make the most of it. So we'll just get on with this. Got quite a few monthly range audios because I think I really need to collect loads of those. There's like well over 250 of those now, so definitely want to get a lot of those because some of those are the best things that Big Finish have done. And due to the recent airing of a Doctor Who episode going by the name of I can't even talk proper, I do apologise, The Haunting of Villa Diodati, that story contains Mary Shelley and a Cyberman, so I thought, well, why don't we get the Big Finish version, which is the Silver Turk, which I actually do go on about in my Series 12 review. If you haven't checked out my Series 12 review for Doctor Who, then you can check that out after this video, after you're done with this video. So yes, it's audio with the 8th Doctor. It is 153. It came out 9 years ago, so quite a while back. It was still during the 11th Doctor era, in terms of time period when it got released. Very much looking forward to listening to this, and you never know, I might get to review this as well. So that is the Silver Turk, and I plan to be getting a lot more from around that time. And also, while I'm there, if you've got any other recommendations as to Big Finish audios I should get, then please leave some comments below, and I shall see what I can do about that. But let's see what else I've got, which is Big Finish CDs. So it's another monthly range, and I only got this like very recently in the last week or two, and it's the Widow's Assassin, which was release number 192, so a bit of a jump from the last one. And I believe this is like how the Sixth Doctor reunited with Peri after she departed in the Trial of the Time Lord. So I'm very interested to see where they go with this. So yeah, excited to listen to that. And I also picked up the next release, which comes straight after this, which is Masters of Earth, and it features like Dalek Invasion of Earth era Daleks. It's set around that sort of time when the Daleks occupied Earth, so really looking forward to listening to that and see where they go, because the Doctor already knows a lot about that after encountering them during his first incarnation. Next up is a release that I've always wanted. It's one of the releases I wanted to get as soon as I get back into Big Finish collecting. And yeah, it'll be no surprise in future updates, like other releases I get, because this is like the first in a trilogy that I've got here, and I don't have the other two. But probably in the next update you'll see that I have obtained the other two. But anyway, it's And You Will Obey Me, which is part of the Two Masters trilogy, which was a thing before it became a thing in the TV show with John Sim and Michelle Gomez. I keep mentioning that two-parter a lot recently as well. I mentioned it quite a bit in the Series 12 review, so if you've watched that and you've watched this, you may think that I'm obsessed with that two-parter. I'm not, it's just coincidental. But really looking forward to listening to this, and yeah, you already know I'm going to get the other two at some point as well. Sadly I didn't pick them up for this month, but next update, whenever I do that, it'll probably in there. And that's all the monthly range for this collection update. So now we're going to move on to other Big Finish ranges, keeping with Doctor Who. I've not got any spin-offs yet. And it's the Poseidon Adventure, which is the series finale of Series 1 of the Fourth Doctor Adventures. It's quite weird because I got the first part, because this is like the second part of a two-part. I got the first part like a few years ago and I never bothered getting the second part. So it kind of feels like a big gap in my collection was sort of filled just by this. You've got the Kralls and you've got the Master in there. And of course the Master was also in And You Will Obey Me. Geoffrey Beevers played him. He didn't really get that much time to shine in the TV show, did he? So it's great that Big Finish are expanding on that incarnation of the Master. So that's all I have for Fourth Doctor Adventures. That's a range like what I really just want to more or less complete, really, because those audios tend to be cheaper to get on CD, probably because they're shorter in length, as to say what a monthly range audio would be. So in a way they're a bit easier to get, so I may be getting much more Fourth Doctor audios, and I may be getting Eighth Doctor ones as well, because Eighth Doctor Adventures are something that I want to really expand on as well. So on to another range now, and it's the Lost Stories range. Now, if you've been like really loyal to the channel, then you'll know that I only have one of these, and it was the first one, Nightmare Fair. So if I've got the first one, it's only right that I get the second one, and it's Mission to Magnus, which is a story with Syl and Ice Warriors. And I like Syl because Vengeance on Varos is probably my favourite Colin Baker story, and I love Syl, and I like Ice Warriors, so I think by the sounds of it, this story sounds good. So I'll have to wait and see, and I might give my thoughts on this maybe in the future. So that's one to look forward to. There's a lot of love for Colin Baker in this particular update. A lot of his audios that I've got in this, like a few monthly ones and what have you. He's a great doctor, and you know, I'll say it, I'll always defend him as an actor and his doctor and say that he was really cheated in a TV show. But things like Big Finish audios, they really expand on his character and they redeem a lot of the problems that were present in the TV series. So definitely going to be picking up a lot of his audios, and if you've seen my channel announcements video, then you'll know that I'll be listening to a lot of the 1 to 50 audios, and hopefully I'll be reviewing them hopefully towards the end of the year if all goes to plan. But so far this year nothing's gone to plan with all of this coronavirus, and it's been a bit shit, but all we can do is move on. Next up we have EDA, and it's Horror of Glam Rock, which was the second story overall in the EDAs. Well, it's the third release, but the first release was released in 2 parts. So yeah, I want to collect more of these. Like I said earlier, I want to collect more of these, like I want to collect more of the Fourth Doctor stuff, because you know, same case here with Paul McGann as for Colin Baker. His Doctor, huge expansion in the Big Finish audios, and they're canon. You never know, I might do a video on that, like whether the Big Finish is canon or not. So don't know, watch out, maybe that might happen. That's all the single releases I have. I have to look behind me because I feel like I got so many releases for this particular update. There's just 2 more items I got for this video, so not long now until this video ends and all the rambling stops. And the 2 box sets are related to each other. I thought I'd get them both. There's only 2 of them available. Not sure if there's going to be a third. As far as I know, there might not be. So this may be just the complete collection, unless at some point Big Finish decide they're going to make more. And it's the Classic Doctor's New Monsters box set. So that's the first one. So you've got 5th Doctor with Weeping Angels, 6th Doctor and Judoon, 7th with Sycorax, and 8th with Sontarans. Sontarans aren't really new monsters though, are they? They were in a classic series, but whatever. So yeah, quite looking forward to listening to them. And yeah, volume 2. So you got 4 and 8 against the Vashta Narada. You've got 5 against Arachnos, and you got the 6 against the Carrier Knights. Very exciting stuff. So everybody, that is my Doctor Who collection update. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's been mainly Big Finish merchandise, but what can you do? I really want to expand my shelf, because as I said before, it's something I want to do, and it's something I want to continue doing despite having this lockdown occur due to COVID-19, which is quite depressing. But yeah, all we can do now is stay strong, stay positive, and all I can say now is, if you haven't checked it out already, then check out my Doctor Who Series 12 review, which clocks in at nearly 2 hours, so get the popcorn ready and enjoy yourself with that, as that took me forever to make. And stay tuned for more projects that are coming up very shortly on the channel. And all I can say is stay tuned and stay safe.